Caitlyn Clark is setting records while the struggle is just beginning for Paige Beckers. I am sure Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed villain who is desperately trying to remain attached to Caitlyn Clark to remain relevant, I'm sure Angel Reese will try to take partial credit for the monster ratings that Caitlyn Clark delivered on Saturday. But listen to Uncle KC when he tells you, outside of family and friends, no one was watching that game Saturday afternoon for Angel Reese. The 2.7 million viewers that were tuned into ABC on Saturday afternoon, they were tuning in to see Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark is well on her way to being the most impactful athlete in the country. What she is doing is absolutely incredible. Michael Jordan, he elevated the NBA, but Magic and Bird laid the foundation. The NFL is a machine. It doesn't matter who's playing in the NFL, people are going to watch. Shohei Ohtani, he has rejuvenated Major League Baseball, but again, there was a foundation. There was no foundation in the WNBA. Caitlyn Clark walked into a literal dump. There wasn't even polish on this turd. And within 12 months, she has taken this league into the mainstream and she is showing no signs of slowing down. It is extremely rare for an athlete to become bigger than their league. Michael Jordan was bigger than the NBA, but the NBA obviously survived without him. Without Caitlyn Clark, the WNBA would not survive. There aren't other players who could carry this league. If there were, they'd already have done it. But KC, what about A'ja Wilson? She's a huge star. A'ja Wilson has been in this league for years. Outside of the WNBA's ongoing agreement with Just for Men, A'ja Wilson could not get a brand deal. She finally landed a deal with Nike after the mainstream media complained about Nike giving Caitlyn Clark a deal before she even entered the league. Going into the season, the media presented Paige Bueckers as a big star. And throughout the season, I think we're going to see the media continue to try and build Paige Bueckers into a potential equal of Caitlyn Clark. But the early returns for Paige Bueckers, they're disappointing. Matter of fact, Paige Bueckers is struggling. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Friday night, opening night of the WNBA season. First game of the season was given to Paige Beckers and the Dallas Wankers. They were playing the Minnesota Linkers, with the game being broadcast on something called ION or ION. I believe ION is the old WB network, the network that used to air Dawson's Creek and The Vampire Show with Sarah Michelle Gellar. They went from sexy vampires to dump divers in the WNBA. Paige Beckers, her debut, 612,000 viewers. KC, that number is great! Outside of Caitlyn Clark, it's the second most watched game on ION that was broadcast on a Friday night in May when the Big Dipper is aligned directly with Uranus. Yeah, Caitlyn Clark is over here setting real records, while the media is scrambling to find records for Paige Beckers to set. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the ratings aren't the real cause for concern. The cause for concern is Paige Beckers is struggling to draw in her home market. When the Dallas Wankers selected her with the #1 pick in the draft, the media claimed the excitement in Dallas was immeasurable. Ticket sales are up 3,000%. The Wankers are finally selling out home games in the local civic center. The drawing power of this young woman is amazing. The Winkers opened the season with back-to-back home games. Paige Beckers has been given the benefit of not having to fill NBA arenas. The Winkers aren't playing in the American Airlines Center. They're playing in a college gym that belongs to the powerhouse program at UT Arlington. The College Park Center, it holds 7,000 people. This building is too small to host a non-televised house show in the WWE. But even with only 7,000 tickets available, Paige Beckers is yet to sell out a home game. First game of the season, announced attendance was around 6,200. Second game of the season, attendance actually declined by 100. What happened to the hype? What happened to Paige Beckers being a big star? I thought tickets were selling fast in Dallas. Clearly, they're not selling fast because they're not selling, period. This disproves the media myth that Caitlyn Clark is only popular because she lacks melanin. The reality is, no one can explain the popularity of Caitlyn Clark. It's not something that's tangible. It can't be explained. According to the media theory, Paige Beckers should be just as popular as Caitlyn Clark. She's not. The WNBA better be careful. We talked about this earlier this morning on the main channel. These investigations into mythical racism, these attacks from Angel Reese both on and off the court, the WNBA better be careful. Now, it's going to take a lot to discourage the fan base of Caitlyn Clark, but that does not mean it's impossible. Right now, the WNBA is succeeding despite their best efforts to continue being a huge embarrassing failure. They are hell-bent on protecting everyone besides Caitlyn Clark, which is kind of working in her favor for now. But there's only so many times that you can call your fans racist. There's only so many times you can shit on your fan base. The drawing power of Caitlyn Clark, I mean, it's equivalent to Tiger Woods' prime in the PGA, Michael Jordan's prime in the NBA. It's highly likely the WNBA will never experience this again, which is why I don't understand why they are trying to destroy it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.